First of all, I need to say sorry for everyone. I don't have much time this week and the final is so close. Therefore, in this video, I will just share my thought only. No graphic explanation, no image, only my analysis.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Madridistas, we won. Yes, we won. Real Madrid beat Atlético Madrid 2-1. We're going to the Supercopa final. Vamos! But I won't lie to you, this victory, it is hard to say. Not the result. No, the result is beautiful. But the game flow? This match had more tension than a penalty shootout at Camp Nou. It had structure, drama, tactical chaos, and enough low block defending to give you flashbacks of, oh yes, the special one. I'll say this proudly. I love Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid. His tactics, his ruthlessness, the way he didn't care about possession or aesthetics, only about killing the opponent's rhythm and striking like a cobra. That philosophy, that was football. That was war. So when I saw Xabi Alonso unleash this masterclass of a grindfest, I didn't panic. I smiled, because this was my cup of tea. Now, did we have the perfect lineup for this plan? Not quite. In fact, we were missing key players that would have made this setup even sharper. But the idea, the structure, the pragmatism, I was in love. And let's make things clear one more time. All this analysis, it's based on my observation, my breakdowns. So if you disagree, great, let's argue in the comments like adults. Or better yet, like true Madridistas. Bring your heat. I'm ready.
From the heart of Madrid, where passion meets purpose.
It was a legacy built by legends and a future written by rising stars.
Let's start with the obvious. Atlético Madrid dominated most of the match. They pressed, they possessed, they passed, they crossed, they even shot 22 times. And what did Real Madrid do? Well, we watched from the comfort of our own half and defended like we were guarding the gates of Valhalla. But listen, this wasn't Real Madrid getting dominated randomly. No. This was Xabi Alonso playing chess while Simeone brought a flamethrower. Because you see, Atletico's strength is pressing, discipline, structure. And what did Xabi do? He said, fine, you like structure, enjoy 90 minutes of attacking a brick wall. He lined up in a 4-2-3-1, same as against Betis. But this time, there was zero intention of controlling the midfield. Oh no. He gift-wrapped possession and handed it to Simeone like it was Christmas. Tchouaméni and Camavinga, they weren't there to build play. They were bodyguards for Zone 14. Bellingham as a number 10? That's cute. He spent more time defending than attacking. Vini and Rodrygo? You thought they were wingers. No, sir. They were auxiliary fullbacks. Only Gonzalo Garcia dared to stay in Atletico's half. All alone, probably questioning his life decisions. But then, then came the moment. Minute 2, Fede Valverde, our El Halcón, the captain. He stepped up and fired a missile from a set piece that even Roberto Carlos would have stood up and applauded. Boom! 1-0 Real Madrid. And let me tell you, I screamed. I screamed as we just won a Champions League final. Not because of the goal, but because of what it meant. That goal was tactical gold. It forced Atletico to attack, to open up, to push high. And Xabi Alonso, he just smiled. His plan was working. From that point on, Real Madrid's game plan was clear. Let him come, let him try, let him shoot, let him tire. And shoot they did. 10 times in the first half, but only 3 were on target. 7 came from inside the box, and Courtois said, not today. 2 saves, 1 block, and 4 Atletico players crying into their sleeves. They tried crossing. Oh, did they try? 14 crosses attempted, only 4 got through. Why? Because our flanks were locked down by Carreras and Valverde, with support from Rodrygo and Vini, who were now playing as honorary fullbacks. Now here's the thing. Watching this as a Madridista, it was frustrating.
We weren't dominating. We weren't tiki-taka-taka-ing. We weren't flexing our muscles. But if you've been here long enough, this match should have reminded you of someone, a certain Portuguese genius. Yes, I said it. This was Mourinho ball. Minimal possession, maximum disruption. Kill the opponent's style. Counter, score, survive. And Alonso? He learned from the best. The only difference is Mourinho had Pepe and Ramos to execute the plan. Alonso had, well, Tchouaméni at CB by the end. But we'll get to that. Second half starts. Same script, same tension. Then, bang, we hit them again. Build up on the right. Valverde sent it through. Rodrygo? Oh, Rodrygo! He slalomed through that broken Atletico line like he was playing FIFA on easy mode. Finished it. 2-0. At this point, I was thinking, it's over. We're in the final. Bring on Barca. But Real Madrid didn't let us dream for long. They never do. 3 minutes later, Sørloth scored. A header. No pressure. No defender near him. Like the whole defense was taking a break. Probably planning post-match paella. 2-1, and just like that, the blood pressure was back.
All right, here's the moment where I, and probably every other Madridista, stared at the screen and went, "What is Alonso doing?" Minute 69. We were up 2-1. Nerves were already fried. Simeone was frothing on the sideline. And what did Alonso decide to do? He took off Rudiger and Asensio, our two center backs, and brought on Fran Garcia and Ferland Mendy, two left backs. What was the plan? Defending the box with fullbacks? Flooding the flanks? Playing hide and seek? At first glance, it looked insane. But then, just 5 minutes later, Simeone subbed out Sørloth, their aerial monster, their plan A for crosses, gone. Coincidence? Maybe. But me, I don't believe in coincidences, not when Xabi Alonso was on the touchline with that ice-cold stare. Alonso had been watching, reading. He saw Sørloth tiring. He knew Atletico were throwing in crosses like it was FIFA 98. He anticipated the shift before it happened. By replacing our center backs with faster wide defenders, Alonso was not just patching holes, he was adapting to a new threat. Because once Sørloth was off, the danger wasn't coming from headers anymore. It was going to be low balls, overlaps, and chaos on the flanks. He moved Tchouaméni, yes, our midfielder, into center back. Carreras, a wingback, joined him. We shifted into a backline of improvisation, desperation, and somehow calculated survival. Alonso didn't have many options left. No fit CBs, no perfect tools. But he used what he had. And I'll say it again. Coincidence that Sørloth left right after the switch? I don't think so. Alonso saw the flow of the game, and he made the gamble before the cards were even dealt.
But Alonso wasn't done messing with our nerves. He brought on Güler, Mastantuono and Ceballos, taking off Vini, Rodrygo and Camavinga. Now listen, I get resting Vini and Rodrygo, but Camavinga, with 15 minutes left and Atletico about to throw the kitchen sink, what's the plan here, boss? Turned out it was a counter-attack gamble. Fresh legs, Ceballos to pick passes, Güler to find holes, Mastantuono to dance on tired defenders. The theory? Attack is the best defense. The reality? Hide and hope. We didn't touch the ball for the last 10 minutes. Atletico had everything. We had 11 players behind the ball praying to, well, not the one I know. Finally, the whistle blew. We won. We survived. 2 goals, no best striker, chaos in defense, tactical madness, Mourinho flashbacks, and still we beat Atletico. Are we happy? Yes. Are we worried? Also yes. Was it brilliant? In its own twisted way, absolutely. Xabi Alonso, I don't know if you had a plan because of missing players or you're just a tactical masochist, but it worked. We're in the final, against Barcelona. Brace yourselves, Madridistas.
Xabi Alonso. I don't know if this plan came from necessity or nostalgia, but I felt it. This was Mourinho's ghost, channeled through Alonso's clipboard. And as a fan who still admires what Mo did at Madrid, the tactical discipline, the mental warfare, the chaos control,
This match, I loved every minute of the madness. Sure, the lineup wasn't ideal. We didn't have the best pieces to execute the plan at full power, but the idea was beautiful. The execution, stressful but effective. The win, ours. This was the white news, and that was your tactical comedy edition. Sorry again for this not really nice video. Hasta la próxima, a la Madrid, and nada más.